Good evening, everyone, on stage and in audience. Thank you for coming. So, ideally, I should have prepared a long speech, but then again, I thought I'll go candid on this one. So, here it goes. I'm not a self-made man. Whatever I am, whoever I am, whatever I do is a result of the help, support, love, learnings, teachings from a lot of people around me. And so it's inevitable that I'll just use this as an occasion to be grateful to them. So I'll start off with Mata Pita Guru Devam. So Mata, my mother, Girija, and the women who are in that position, Umayandi, then my sister, Pita, my father, Sri Krishnamurti Nair, and the men who are in that role, Varma uncle, Tambi uncle, and my brother-in-law, Robbie. Guru, now that's a long list and it's a growing list, but still I have to remember a few people here. I'll start off with Asha teacher, Janardhan sir, then these are all people from my childhood, then Regutaman sir, then Vijay Kumar Anna, Gautam Vasudevan Menon sir, of course Gautam sir, then Allu Aravind sir, then Ramesh Kudavla sir. They all have played roles of Guru in my life. Then God. God will go to my friends, my well-wishers. There are a lot of people who have always backed me, trusted me, still stuck to me, so all of them. Now to come to the movie. So about the movie, the first person or the people that I left to thank are the original writers with whom I collaborated, because the story is the most important first step of a film. And that would be Manoj Menon and Devdas, writers. Then the next person that I'm extremely grateful to is my best friend. He's here, writer, director Manu Anand. He has always had my back. He has always been my biggest critic. He has always been my biggest support. And I believe in life, and especially in this industry, it's always good to have a person who trusts you and has your corner. So Manu, thank you for that. And I hope that I'm having your corner too. Then many years ago, in fact this was much before FIR and all, like one of the times when Manu and I were sitting and discussing the stories, and we usually write together. Manu, being the very methodical Manu, decided that we'll make a list of actors who are at that time very underrated, but who had the potential to be amazing successful actors. And the first name that we wrote down, coincidentally, was Vishnu Vishal. This was much before Manu had even narrated or we had even thought of FIR. I find it a very divine coincidence that both of us ended up doing our first film with him, first debut Tamil film with him, with Vishnu. And so my next thanks is to the actor Vishnu Vishal. For any director, the biggest gift an actor can give is utmost trust. And to be very fair, I've got that through and through from Vishnu. And you might know some of it, we might not know some of it, but I'll have to give it in writing that he's probably one of the most hardworking, sincere actors ever. And this I first saw in FIR, where I had an opportunity to collaborate with him. And I saw him across, and I saw how he was giving entirely himself for the character and to the director. And I've seen him do that with every actor, or rather every director that he has worked with after that. And for us, Aaryan has been a long journey. It's been like, even though we started discussing and started initial planning and all that, we had almost 3 years together. And throughout, the actor Vishnu Vishal, from the moment he got interested in the character and dedicated to the character, to the script, has stuck to it. Our journey took us from Chennai to Hyderabad to then Bombay, then to London, and then back to Chennai. We had the opportunity to meet a lot of actors from, including Devi Teja sir, Akshay Khanna, Akshay Kumar, Anil Kapoor, and obviously Amir Khan sir. Producers, a lot of producers from Bombay. We almost made a Hindi film, and Vasu Bhagnani sir, a lot of them. And through, I felt that one of the reasons that they were all excited by was not just the story. Of course, there's an element of the story that they were all excited, but they were very also captivated by the passion of Vishnu. And that Vishnu is not just the actor Vishnu, but that's also the producer Vishnu, which I'm sure everybody will be talking about. There's an actor Vishnu and producer Vishnu. So just like how the actor Vishnu dedicated himself entirely for the film, I was backed with the producer Vishnu. And I've seen him do that with other productions as in like other films that he has produced, especially if like how Manu said, no matter what the difficulties, he has backed them. This film also had its challenges, and there was an actor Vishnu who stuck to doing this film, as in like there was a point wherein like he had other commitments. I'm sure he wouldn't talk about it, some of it. He had very simple practical commitments which he had to attend to, and he had to sign or look out for other projects, but he still said that no, I'll complete this film and only then go to the next. And the same way the producer has backed me and believed in this project all this while. And there has been a lot of challenging aspects about the film, like when we said like we wanted to go wide and when we wanted to make it slightly bigger, he has backed it. And like say for example, you must have noticed, and we have tried something slightly different visually and sound-wise in this film. And to achieve that, there were certain requirements that we do the grade somewhere else and all that, which we went and did with probably one of the best in the country, Siddharth Mir, Bridge Post Works in Bombay. At no point has there been any doubt about it because he was very clear about the vision as well. So I will thank the producer Vishnu Vishal next. So thank you. Now for any film, the cast and crew is the most important. And of course, I've been very lucky. I've been very, very lucky. And I've had a lot of input from Vishnu as well in this one. And we have managed to get most of the original or the first option of actors itself. And we wanted Silva sir, honestly, before he started doing acting. In fact, the moment when we first discussed and Tamil and Vishnu said like, how would Silva sir be for this? And we were like, I was like, yes, because Manu and I had wrote with him in mind. And we approached him, and thank you, sir. I thank you so much for coming on board for this project. Like everybody else, I'm a huge fan of his work, but it's been a great pleasure to interact with him, discuss the story with him, and have him as an actor. And then Shraddha again was our first option. We wanted somebody very strong, as in somebody who's a very good performer, who's a good actor, but who should also be able to hold the emotions which are subtle as well. And our first choice was actually Shraddha, and we approached her, and thank you for coming in, and it was a pleasure. It's an absolute pleasure to work with her. And I love actors who do their homework and who comes prepared, and I've had that in all my actors. And Vishnu is somebody who keeps asking me a lot of questions, and Shraddha is somebody who does that, and they are ready to take that effort. So whatever works on the screen is entirely theirs. I just had to get them together. They did their job, and I think that's how acting should be. And Mansa, you are an absolute revelation. I saw one initial work of yours, and I was like, okay. We discussed, and Vishnu was also like, yeah, she's very talented, let's get her on board. And I was very glad that we could work together, because there's one segment in the film which is very vital in the film, and you have owned it entirely. Thank you for that. Then Karna sir, of course, there's a very different character that we wrote in for him, something normally he wouldn't be doing, but he took it on sport, he came on and he has done a good justice to that. Then the rest of the cast who are not here, I would like to thank them as well. A lot of actors, Tarak, Sai, Avinash sir, all of them, Malabarudi. Thank you very much. Then, okay, the film, one thing I can guarantee is would be technically fine. That is because I've had absolutely brilliant technicians on board and who has given their best on this. Starting off with my art director, Jay, my stylist, Vinod, and you'll see the work, and I think probably we'll talk about it after the film. And San, I have to thank you because this film, like rightly said earlier, is not an easy film to edit. It is a very challenging film to edit, and it's been marvelously interpreted by San. I love it when technicians bring in their perspective to it. That's when it changes into something different. So the edit pattern, I'm sure, is something which is very different from how we normally see, and a little ahead as well. Then visually, yes, Harish has been the pillar of this film, pillar for me as well, and he's not here right now, but so I'll just speak for him. He has visualized it in a way which is far better than probably I could have like initially explained. So Harish's visuals and the way he has treated the film is probably one of the biggest highlights of the film. A film like this, of course, will need a great music director to take it to the next level. As you can imagine, a lot of it is background score, and I was very worried, to be honest. But the moment I met Ghibran sir and he played me like 5 minutes of soundings for the film was when I knew that, okay, I'm in safe hands and the film is in safe hands. I can very proudly say that it's done a marvelous work. I normally wouldn't talk about work in a big degree, but thank you, sir. Your music is probably one of the biggest highlights. And he has given us some songs beyond what we expected, and we are now trying to see how to put them out as well. Some amazing songs. There are other songs in the films which you will hear. So thank you, sir. Thank you very much for giving life to this film. And yes, my other technicians, Sachin, who did the sound, Tabas, who is doing the mixing, then my dubbing team, Hafiz and Dileepan, all of you guys, thank you very much for your support. And a film like this at this time to be put together, it takes a lot of effort from the production as well. I'm sure everybody has Shravanti at the back of her mind, but they wouldn't be mentioning. But thank you, Shravanti. Thank you, Sridharaman sir. You guys run the show because it's not just creative. A lot of production work has to go in. And for marketing, Sid and your team, thank you very much for that. Yeah. So I think that covers most of it. Then in gratitude, I'll just continue one more. The most underrated team will invariably be my team because I'm sure I'll take them for granted, but the direction team, I thank you. You have been always around, and I don't want to embarrass you, but yeah, you know every one of you. So yeah, I've been given strict instructions not to take their names. So then, yeah, thank you guys. Thank you for sticking with me all these years. Then, yeah, there's one additional thing which I have to say, which is actually 3 years means a lot of effort for not just for the team but also for their families. So I just need to thank the families of all the people who are involved, and I have to extend the gratitude to Kudavla sir and the family, because they have been immensely supportful to me personally, and that's why I always see Kudavla sir as a mentor to me. And Also, Jwala, a special thanks to you because from day one, from the time she heard the story, she has been a great support for us. And thank you very much. So, I think I've covered almost everyone. Manu, I hope I have not missed anybody. Then, I know I shouldn't be speaking so much as well, but I've stayed away from Tamil. So, then, okay, before I step out, okay, thank you for all the wonderful people in my life, and one person especially. She has been with me for 30 years, and it's as a friend, and as a partner, and 15 years as my wife. So to Danya and Siddhartha, my son, and Saransh, my voice, everything that I do, all that I am is for you guys. Thank you.